By 2027, the next billionaires will be creatives with an audience who use AI to solve their problems. I want to ask you a few questions. Who in the audience identifies as a creator? Raise your hand. Good. Who uses AI every week? Wow. How many of you have used AI to build or ship something in the last 30 days? Look around, because I think that the next billionaires will not be engineers, but that will be you, creators. And I know how wild this sounds in a room full of VCs, of technologists, of builders. This right here is the next billionaire. You, chilling, using AI to build tools, to co-create. But let me just take you back in time for a second. In the 1800s, the richest people on the planet were people that invested in landowners. They owned real estate. In the 2000s, it was engineers, right? They invested into tech. And by 2027, I believe that the next billionaires will be creatives with audiences who use AI to solve their problems. They invest in AI to build creative systems. And why am I saying this? Because, think about it, AI does not reward specialists. AI rewards generalists with taste. And if you, again, think about this, what does that mean? Usually, creators tend to be just that. We are good at a lot of things. And if you are one, listen closely, because AI is made to reward you. By 2026, we are seeing what I call the rise of creative generalists. Now, let me explain why this moment is very important. And I'm going to talk about myself. I've always been a creator. I sing, I write, I draw, I sculpt, I paint, I play instruments. I do so many things. I like fashion, but I never had a job. Not because I did not want one, but because, I do not fit into this, what do you do for a living? That's actually the hardest question I can ever answer. I can answer a lot of questions about LLMs, about AI, but what do I do for a living? I don't know. I do a lot of things. And, well, if you have a creative friend, and if you are a creative, you know this, because you are going to give me as well 10 different answers to this question, because we do not fit into these job titles. And in yesterday's economy, that made us unemployable because we are too broad. You've heard this. We're not focused. Let me just draw a parallel here. If you've ever used a GPT, you know how it works. It has been trained on a lot of data. It's good at a lot of things. It can come up with great ideas that you never thought about. Now, I think that creators are the original GPTs, because we absorb everything. We absorb culture, we absorb fashion, tech, language, behavior. We do not specialize in one thing, but we synthesize everything. We are designers, we are directors, we're marketers, we're photographers, we're strategists, we're multi-talented. We are multimodal. You've probably heard this if you work in tech. We are broad. And being broad today is your superpower. Being a generalist makes you dangerously good. And being a creator who uses AI, someone who can ideate, someone who can ship, someone who can adapt, someone who does a lot of these things, is the highest leveraged role in today's economy. Because creators who use AI, we are superhuman. And I think that we should change the definition of AGI. Maybe it should be artistic general intelligence. So I've seen this firsthand. Everything changed for me the second I started using AI to superpower my ability to create. My name is Sirio, and 4 months ago, I quite literally had nothing going on for me, and I know this sounds very cliche. I did not know anything about coding, building a team, running a business, none of that, making money. And I thought, well, I'm so talented in so many things, why can I not do it? But today, 4 months after I discovered generative AI and I discovered the power of AI, I run the largest and the fastest growing bootstrapped AI creative platform. Today, in only 4 months, my business is making $240,000 per month with no investors, with no VCs, no ads, just organic reach. Just talking to the people about my experience with AI. And I'm very proud to say this, not having to raise capital or asking for validation. And this would never happen to me if I never used AI, if I didn't implement AI as part of my creative system. It would never happen to me if I went about it in the traditional way, because you know what? I went. And I did it, and I was turned down because the investors, they could not see it. But AI leveled this field, and it gave me this unfair advantage of just building it anyway. It gave me a chance. It gave me a chance to believe in my potential as creator, a chance to believe that I'm worth it. It taught me to think about myself and build for myself, because I am enough. Because I'm enough to achieve whatever I decide to, and so are you as creators. I built Enhancer AI as a product to solve my own problems, my own challenges as a creative. I wanted to generate the most realistic images in the world, and I think we did, and my product ended up being loved by many. And again, I don't even know how to code. And I did it with community, I did it with content, I did it with AI, but I did it specifically because I am a creative. And this is not just about me. These are some of my friends, and they're making millions online, and they have one thing in common. They are creators who use AI to superpower their skill sets. They are not engineers, they are not business people, they are creatives with systems. And this, my friends, is the new type of founders. Creators who use AI as leverage and story as distribution. Now, you might ask me, will AI replace creators? AI does not replace, it augments human potential. AI might generate, but it does not originate. I built a $3 million per year business in only 4 months alone, now with 3 team members, because as creator, now I can. Because I'm a creator, so I can, and so can you. You no longer need coding skills. You no longer need big budgets. You no longer need permission. Because AI gives you something that has never happened in humankind so far. The ability for you to have cheap and scalable entrepreneurship. And this is my story, and this could be your story. I'm going to tell you that if you are a creator, use AI to build the most absurd idea that you've ever had that people told you is not good enough, because you can. So the only thing I want you to remember and take from this presentation is that the real magic of AI is not what it can do for you, but how it empowers you to do what you've always wanted, to create without limits, because you now can. This is Sirio. Thank you.